Afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Kids Life with me, Rick, and you,
Shannon.
Hey, Shannon, how are you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. I'm really good. Now, things are a little bit different from last week.
Yep.
I can't work it out. Wow, mate, you had a haircut. That's what it is. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, that's quite short on the side. What number was it on the side?
1.
A number 1 on the side.
And it is really spiky.
Really spiky. There's only one way to sort out though in COVID, right? There's lockdown. What do you do with your hair?
Shave it off.
Shave it off. There you go. There you go. I'm not going to shave mine off, just because it'll never grow back, and you know I don't really want that. So.
That would just be a very interesting look for you.
It would, yeah, it would. I would. Oh, yeah. Let's not even imagine what I would look like without any hair. So, what have you been up to since last Thursday, my friend?
I have painted my bedroom.
Oh,
Kind of from purple to white-ish.
very nice. Well done. That's very productive. Blimey. I'm trying to work out what I've done that's that productive this week. Oh, I know what I did. I made, with my lovely 8-year-old, we made, I'm going to show you this on screen.
That is awesome.
Isn't it? You know which dinosaur it is? Huh?
Triceratops Rex.
Triceratops is the actual answer, but yes, that's right.
There's a lot of letters in there which get a bit kerfuffled.
Yeah, and don't worry because we're not here to talk about dinosaurs really. But yeah, that's kind of one of the big things that me and my 8-year-old have done. And me and my 6-year-old, we're just kind of having fun messing around. And yeah, we've got a new game called Bird Stack in our house. Quite good fun. I might share it with you at some point. But anyway, let's crack on. Now, last week you challenged me. Well, actually, your game was to make me sick. Is that right?
Yeah.
It was so kind of you. Thank you.
Well, it would have worked better if it had been warmed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it really wasn't. It was freezing cold, everybody. Like that. Yeah, it wasn't nice, and I failed miserably at that. So it's my turn to challenge you,
Yep.
and so you need some cups. All right, have you got your cups ready?
Please.
Now they don't look like my cups. Like, just what's the image on the side of them?
Speed stack, the actual
Speed
official
stack. Okay, so
stacky stack.
okay, so are you a professional?
No.
No, but looks like you've done a little bit of practice then. If you've got like the proper cups.
It's a skill that I decided that I was going to teach myself at 11 because.
What else do you do when you're 11? And okay, well, boys and girls, I might actually fail at this. I might lose this one, but here we go. So we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm just going to move our screen so that you can see it.
Down.
Okay. Oh, not last. That's there we go. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Have them on a stack. Hands on your head. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Done.
No! 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 Boys and girls, Shannon has absolutely smashed me. Mate, I was doing well for a moment and then it just all collapsed. Oh well.
I was also probably doing it a different way because I'd take it in 2 and stack both hands.
You what?
Do you want me to show you?
2?
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to learn this skill. watch this, everybody. How to smash it at cut stack. Oh, yeah, camera fell, but don't worry, that's okay. Keep going.
Okay, so
Yeah.
right.
Wow. Well, there you go, everybody. That's what you've got to do. That is how you do cut stack properly. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, Shannon. Well, hat off to you. You definitely beat me. Now it's up to you to challenge me for next week, and hopefully I'll try and claw some of this winning back. But you know, we'll wait and see, eh?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Now let's talk about something that you've been involved with at St. Philip's, which is these
Bags of Hope.
Yeah. So, what have you been? How have you been involved in Bags of Hope at St. Philip's?
So, where I also helped with the pamper afternoon.
Yeah.
We'd give the women who'd come a bag of hope, which is filled with some goodies, which is really helpful for them. So it often had like shampoo, conditioner, and soap.
Nice.
Just nice stuff so that they feel good.
Yeah, and we've been, you know, as a church, we want to, even in this lockdown thing, we still want people to be involved in this, whether people need them or whether people can fill them up. That would be amazing, and maybe families out there, they could do that. But what's another way that especially children can get involved in Bags of Hope?
So another way kids, you guys can get involved is drawing awesome pictures and just writing a poem or doing something which is really nice and just like you're thinking about these people. And so that when people get these bags, they'll have all of these goodies that are going to help them during this time. But they also then get a picture or a poem or a letter of just like hope, and just like they'll feel blessed and just know people are actually thinking about them.
Amazing. And so we can send those into hello@stphilips.org.uk and we can print them off and then we can send them in, or you could just drop them in at the church on Chapel Street. It would be amazing to actually be able to put a picture in here as well as all the goodie stuff. So over to you, everybody. We'd love you to get involved where you can. Excellent. Get involved, get involved, get involved. Now, we've done the game and I lost. Look, I actually do have a running order, everybody, but I've already binned it. So, Shannon, remind me, apart from me feeling quite sick last week, what did we talk about?
So last week we talked about Moses as a baby and about his mum and how she basically protected him during the time when basically Pharaoh was like, we need to kill all of the babies, especially all of the males. Okay. And how basically Moses then grew up in his family but became the Pharaoh's daughter and was just protected by God throughout all of it.
Ah, okay. Amazing. Okay, so and now we're going to look at the next part of the story, right? Which does actually get a little bit gruesome. So I'm going to use again my kids' Bible. I've
got my kids' Bible.
Oh yes, excellent. So we're going to look at Exodus 2, and the little bit to find will be underneath. And let me, I've flicked over a page. So I will read it, or do you want to read it, Shannon? Which one?
Don't mind.
You go for it. Only the 4 verses, 11 to the end of 15, please.
Cool. So one day, after Moses had grown up, he went out to where his own people were and watched them at their hard labor. He saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his own people. Looking this way and that, and seeing no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid in the sand. The next day, he went out and saw 2 Hebrews fighting. He asked the one in the wrong, why are you hitting your fellow Hebrew? The man said, who made you ruler and judge over us? Are you thinking of killing me as you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses was afraid and thought, What I did must have become known. When Pharaoh heard of this, he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in Midian, where he sat down by a well.
Wow. Now, obviously, Shannon, you've never done anything wrong in your life, right?
No, I don't know.
Well, actually, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it, that the Bible tells us that Moses grew up. Like, he did what you and I have done. We grow up, right? Well,
yeah.
Maybe mentally, maybe we haven't, but you know, we are, you know, he does. He's a normal human being like you and me. So that means if he's a normal human being, he is gonna get things right and do things really well, but he's also gonna get things wrong.
Yeah.
And it looks like this is what's happened, because he knows that he isn't an Egyptian; he is a Hebrew or an Israelite.
Yeah.
And then he sees this really bad thing happening.
Yep.
That one of the Egyptian gods is beating up one of the Hebrews, and he doesn't like that, and he gets angry, and we get angry. You know, we get maybe at the moment our anger levels are a little bit higher than they need to be because we're all in lockdown. But we have this sense of almost like he just can't contain it, and so annoying, quite sadly, really, he actually beats up and kills this guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty extreme, right?
And a lot of work.
Yeah, and then he thinks he's got away with it because he buries him in the sand, right? Because that's what I do. Like, if I know I'm going to get in trouble, I want to bury the evidence, right?
Yeah.
We want to hide away what it is that maybe I tried this once, right? So when I was, I've told this story many times, I love it, but I'm going to tell it anyway. But I was once 6 or 7, and we were walking around our local supermarket, and there was a pick and mix, you know, all the sweets were there. And me being me, I thought that they were kind of free. So I went and I picked a sweet. Now, of all the sweets that I could have picked, right, I could have picked a flump, I could have picked some strawberries, I could have picked whatever. I ended up picking a blackjack.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what do blackjacks do to your tongue?
Kind of black, literally as black as my cup.
There you go, they do, right? And so I put these sweets in my mouth. My mum had walked off somewhere with my brother, and then my mum called me back and said, what have you got in your mouth? And I was like, because we want to try, and I was chewing really, really fast. And my mum said, no, show me your tongue. And I was like, and she said, no, show me tongue. And I'd finished it, and reluctantly I went, and my tongue was the colour of your cups. I tried to hide the evidence. I thought I'd got away with it, but no.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the supermarket, my mum went a little bit crazy, understandably so, right? But, and don't get any ideas that pick and mix is free, everybody. It's really not. But, and so I tried to hide the evidence, like Moses tried to hide the evidence, but someone has seen him.
Yeah.
You know? And I know that you've got brothers and sisters, am I right?
Yeah.
Now, when you see one of your brothers or sisters do something wrong,
yeah,
what is one of the first things you want to do?
As a kid, it was often to go straight to mum and go, this person has just like done this.
Exactly, right? We want to go straight to our mum, we want to go straight to our parent, our carer, whoever it is, and go, oh, do you know what they've just done? They've just did it, right? And all this stuff goes on. And that's what happens for Moses, because someone else has seen him, and he goes and tries to stop some other argument later on. And they're like, well, wait a minute, you've killed somebody. Who makes you the ruler?
Yeah.
And then it all gets back to Pharaoh that Moses has killed somebody. Now, killing someone is really bad. All right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you haven't done that. Maybe at the moment you're thinking, man, I'd really like to get rid of something, but let's not do that. But like, we do stuff wrong, but what does that mean to you? How do you live your life knowing that at times you are going to get stuff wrong?
Like, when you do stuff wrong, you end up feeling like a thing inside where it's just a kind of like, and
Yeah.
and you feel guilty because it's like, you have done something wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, being a Christian, I know that I'm going to get stuff wrong. The Bible tells us that we're going to get it wrong. It is literally a book of people just getting stuff wrong time and time
Moses
again.
got it wrong big time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But does that mean, do you think that that means that God is just like, right, I can't work with him anymore then?
No, because as we're going to find out later, God uses Moses in amazing ways.
Wow.
Despite the fact that he literally just killed someone. And he uses that with us as well when we do stuff wrong and our mistakes, whether it's like the tiniest mistake or like the most, oh, there's a wall there.
The biggest mistake, yet still God will love us.
Yeah.
And this is the amazing thing about God, that he doesn't want us to get stuff wrong. He doesn't want us to do this thing that the Bible talks about called sin. What he wants us to do is live a life that that Jesus led, really, in the best way that we can. But to know that if we do get things wrong, that we can go back to him and we get forgiveness. We get forgiven for those things if we're truly sorry and we try our best not to do them again. Because guess what? I've not taken sweets from a pick and mix for free ever since. I learned from our mistake. I don't do it again. And so I think the challenge is for all of us that we know we're going to get stuff wrong, but actually there is a God there who loves us and will, if we're truly sorry, will go, I forgive you, because he loves us, because of what Jesus did on the cross. Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing.
So
like
awesome.
Moses, in just like the first 2 bits of chapter 2 of Exodus, he's been born, nearly died, got rescued by Pharaoh, technically, then looked after by his mum, who kind of sent him down the river. Then he goes and kills somebody. Then he runs away. Man alive, that's a lot of things to cram into kind of your life so far.
15
I wonder
chapters.
what's next.
No, 15 verses.
Yeah, 15 verses. So much has happened. Crazy. I'm quite excited for next week because I see that the chapter is titled The Burning Bush.
Yes. So
good. We're going to try and think about some things to do with fire. Oh.
Fire.
Oh dear. Let's hope that we don't set things on fire. That would be really bad. But hey, Shannon, could you pray for us? Is that all right?
Yep.
Great. So I'm going to close my eyes because that's a good thing to do to help me focus and think. Yeah. So over to you.
So, like, however you want to just sit, close your eyes, put your hands together so you can focus, do that. So, Father, we just want to thank you. We thank you that even when we make big mistakes or little mistakes, that you still love us and you still want the best for us, that you are there for us. And we just give thanks for that, and that you love us that much. You sent Jesus to die so that we could be in a relationship with you. Amen.
Amen. Epic. Thank you, Shannon. Give me a high five. Lovely jubbly. And we will see you next week. And you have got to challenge me. So get thinking, my friend.
I have some ideas.
Oh, great. Can't wait. All right then, mate. See you soon. And everybody else, we will see you next week at 4 o'clock next Thursday. And don't forget, by the way, Sunday mornings, we're still doing kids and youth check-in at St. Philip's. You're more than welcome to join us at 10 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, we will have an awful lot of fun then. Coming up this week.
We want to see you guys.
Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it? And we can comment on it and all that kind of stuff. And also, this week, Shannon, there are quite a few treats involved in check-in, so make sure you are watching.
We'll be there.
Excellent. All right, then, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Bye.